I'd like to start off with how we actually started to go down this path in the first place. And that was, I'm not sure if everyone remembers, but when China were hosting the Olympic Games, there was a news article which was released, and this article stated that a foreign government, no one was specifically named, was utilising spy devices built into just charging cables. Now, the technology industry has a tendency to sometimes exaggerate. Not always, but sometimes, and I have an annoying tendency to question everything I read or hear. So I was particularly interested with this concept of a whole spying device built into just a cable. I didn't think it was possible. I didn't think it could exist. So I started searching around. I started to look on some of the Chinese sites. I looked on eBay, and it took me about an hour to actually prove the validity of the story. So, what we have here is a USB data cable, micro USB, the same kind that you use on your mobile phone, the same kind you use to charge up your Kindle, basically a power cable. Doesn't look any different to what we find everywhere. That what you're given for free at conferences, what's packaged in your USB battery charger, just a cable. One difference with this cable, it has a built-in mobile phone. So the cable itself has a mobile phone built into it. Now, USB has been used as a attack and a delivery method for malicious threats for ages. It used to be that people saw dropping USB pen drives around a car park as an interesting experiment. The idea was the USB drives would be picked up, put into computers, and whatever malware or malicious threats the bad guys had installed on them would be installed on the user's computer, giving access. That's why a lot of companies nowadays disable USB ports, certainly for data, because the threat which comes from remote or removable data sources. It's also a great way to exfiltrate data. But USB isn't just about data. It's about power as well. We use USB to power and charge so many of our devices. So most IT teams would run a mile from a USB stick, but a USB cable probably wouldn't be glanced twice at, especially if the cable itself, when plugged into a machine, sent no data, didn't interact with that device itself. Well, the scary thing is that the bad guys don't have to just focus on the data. This, plugged into any USB port providing power, be that a USB battery pack, be that a wall socket, essentially, we see a SIM card slot here. As soon as this is plugged in and gets power, it will phone back to a predefined phone number and record all voice and audio content within that room. Just by being plugged in, just a cable. Now, the amazing thing is just how small mobile phone functionality can be implemented. That is pretty much everything that you found in a Nokia 5110 15, 20 years ago. But pretty much on your thumb now. Great, scary, but due to accessibility again. Accessibility of the chips, accessibility of the technology, accessibility of the devices. This cable you can buy for under £5 on eBay. That pretty much allows you to get any audio content of anyone, because no one would think to look. No one believes or understands how small you can implement a mobile phone.